It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to every single one of y'all who has been supporting the channel, helping the channel grow, taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Encourage others to subscribe to Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing. As always, the people I rock with, I want to say shout out to my guy, Rebel Life Boxing. Please subscribe and support his channel. Mark Nash Boxing, support his channel. For 9 International Boxing, support his channel. YSM Sports, support their channel. Hustlers Home Boxing, Nate's Boxing Nation. Yeah, and anybody else I might have left out, charge it to the head, not to the heart. For everybody who has been subscribing to the channel, y'all, listen, I appreciate y'all more than y'all realize. I'm talking about Willie Bateman, High Consciousness, BJ Bobo, The Key, Tone Money, Fresh Prez, The Expert Genius, Chin Checkin', Ill Minds Revolver, Juice Lee, Jonathan McGovern, Isaiah Tilson, Reginald Oglesby, Real Deal, John Doughboy, Benjamin Bryant Jr., Raw Dog, Ish, Sharif, Tiandre Richardson, all of y'all, man. Listen, I appreciate the love and support from each and every one of y'all. All right, so the last video I put up, it was about the disrespect towards Terence Crawford. So the disrespect towards Terence Crawford is continuing. Now, since I put that video up, I had a lot of people leaving, comments. I had some people leaving some stupid comments saying that Terence Crawford's his accomplishments has nothing to do with the 50-50 split. Y'all gonna be disappointed fight night. Excuse me, because Bud gonna get beat, or this, that, and the third, and all that kind of nonsense. So obviously these people are the ones that people be calling those aerosexuals. Because if y'all watch the video, I never discredited anything that Errol Spence has accomplished. The problem is people are discrediting what Terence Crawford has accomplished and saying that it has nothing to do with the fight being held up and being a 50-50 split, because there were talks like, okay, the fight is happening, the fight has been made, it's off, it's on, it's off, they reached an agreement, they didn't. There's all these different things going on. So the question is, who and what's holding up the process of this fight being signed, or the fight being made? Now, I know a lot of y'all out there are blaming Terence Crawford. He pricing himself out. He this, he that. Bud is not pricing himself out. Now think about this. Remember when Floyd Mayweather became the cash cow of the welterweight division, and everybody was gunning for Floyd. Floyd said, if you want to fight me, then you take the random blood test to prove that you're not on nothing. He said, because I just want to be on an even playing field. My point is, Bud wants to be on an even playing field. He just want, he want everything to be done fairly. Spence want to fight in Texas. He want a 60-40 split or more. You know what I'm saying? Like he want everything. And a lot of y'all are saying that Errol Spence should get the lion's share. He should have everything. And once again, why? Because he's the unified welterweight champion. But ask yourself this: who's made the most money in their career? And if I'm not mistaken, and y'all can research it, drop the comments if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, Terence Crawford has made more money in his career than Errol Spence has made in his career. So I don't understand why people are saying, why is it? Listen, I guarantee y'all, if Errol Spence was in the same position or predicament that Terence Crawford was in, y'all would be saying, oh man, Bud just scared to fight. That's why he not bending, this, that, and the third. Y'all would be saying all that. Oh man, it should be a 50-50 split. Spence was a an undisputed champion. He was a lightweight champion, and he a current welterweight champion. It don't matter that Bud is a current, unified welterweight champion. That don't mean nothing. You can't look past what Spence accomplished. He a future Hall of Famer. Y'all would be saying all of those things. And I know some of y'all clowns is gonna be leaving them comments talking about, oh man, you tripping. You don't know what you talking about. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Y'all leaving those comments because y'all know that I'm right. Y'all know that I'm right. If Errol Spence, listen. If Bud hadn't accomplished all of those things and Spence was a current unified welterweight champion like he is now, y'all would be saying Bud need to shut up and take whatever Spence given. And guess what? Even with the things that he's accomplished, y'all still saying that. And then y'all saying, oh, Bud just trying to get out of the fight by pricing himself out. Why? By asking for an even share? Why? Because he's a household name? Just like Errol Spence is a household name? And dare one of y'all to say that Terence Crawford is not a household name. And it's a shame because, see, y'all making it to where as though people got to put up videos explaining why Terence Crawford deserved a fair share, a fair deal, a fair shake, however y'all want to cut it, slice it, or put it. And when people got to do that, it's making it look like that they against Errol Spence. But it's not that nobody is against Spence. It seems to, listen, if this fight does not happen, which it should, because listen, I've been saying, even before I started making the videos about Spence and Crawford fight, I said I wanted to see Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, and them guys get their shots at titles because they deserve their shots at titles. But everybody was like, it's not, it's not their time. They ain't really been tested yet, which I disagree with, especially when it comes to Jaron Ennis. I disagree with that. Boots is just a different type of talent. I don't care how y'all put it. He's just a different type of talent. And he's showing it every time he step in the ring. Has nothing to do with the level of opposition. Y'all can say that all y'all want. But if he making them look like that, then that mean that they don't deserve to be in the ring with him. Not discrediting, the opposition that he fought, because it takes a lot of heart even just to get in the ring or just to prepare for a fight. Those of y'all who've been in the ring and fought and no boxing, y'all know what I'm talking about. But if this fight does not happen, Errol Spence has two mandatories. Stanley Onis is one and Jaron Ennis is the other. And he's not going to fight either one of them if he doesn't fight Terence Crawford. He said he wanted to fight 2 more or 3 more fights or whatever and go up. So the Ugas fight, was one, and then I guess the Terence Crawford fight, then he's going up. But listen, me personally, I don't see him going up to 54. He's not going to fight Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo got all the gold. He got all the jewelry up there. And they got the same trainer. So they're not going to fight each other. So what else is he going to do? Go up to 160? I doubt it. So I'm telling y'all, if this fight doesn't happen, a lot of y'all aerosexuals is going to be upset, because now people are going to start wondering, is Errol Spence really avoiding fighting Terence Crawford, and why? Who's in his ear telling him that this is a dangerous fight for you, man? You could lose everything. You got to protect your O. See, that's the difference between them two. Crawford ain't concerned about protecting his O. So if you lose, part of the game. But Spence, on the other hand, he don't want to lose. So who's in his ear telling him, yo, man, you might want to just keep making these outrageous, demands and these astronomical, amounts of demands and stuff, pile it up high, so that it won't be reached, so Bud to just move on. Let him go up and fight Jermell. Or let him fight that Boots kid. And I'm not saying that this is what somebody is doing, but it's not far-fetched either that somebody, his team, is not in his ear telling him, man, this is a dangerous fight. But guess what? It's a dangerous fight for Bud too. It's a dangerous fight for both of them. Or is it the fact that people looking at when Bud fought Kavaliauskas? And Kavaliauskas, yeah, he did drop Bud in that fight. They didn't call it a knockdown, but it was a knockdown. And Bud kept getting caught with some stuff. But the fact that Bud kept coming and he didn't give up. He's a machine. He kept coming. And then he shut him down. Are y'all scared that Spence gonna hit him with everything and Bud gonna keep walking through it? Because honestly, just like Devin Haney said, listen, all this A-side, B-side stuff, he said if fighters really want to make the fights happen, they can do it. It's up to the fighters. If they really want to, they can do it. So why won't Spence bend on this 50-50 thing? Why won't they just let the fight happen in Vegas? I don't see what's wrong with that. People will come from Texas. They'll fly to Vegas. They do it all the time. They would come there to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. It'd be the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing. Everybody wants to see this fight. And that's why I don't understand. Like a while ago, it's a guy named Tim Smith. He the director of communications for PBC. He said Bud was going to be insulted by whatever they offered him anyway. Because they said that they didn't believe that it was any money. They said they didn't believe it was any money there for that fight. How can y'all say that there's no money there for that fight, like people really don't want to see it, or y'all don't want to create the money for the fight? Because I beg to differ on that. How can it not be no money in the budget for that fight, or, you know, the money is not there, but y'all had money in the budget for Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios pay-per-view? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. It seems like, you know what I mean, like a lot of people, you know, got this fear that Bud, you know what I mean, is going to shut Errol down. Stop him. Or just beat him. But we won't know that until they make the fight, right? The fight has to be made. And Errol Spence said he wanted to be the undisputed champion in the welterweight division, and he said that he was here in boxing to prove that he was the best. Now, a lot of y'all might disagree with that, but my thing is, yeah, you beat some people, but you got to prove that you're the best. You got to fight Terence Crawford. That fight has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then fight Jaron Ennis. Give him, because he's the number 1 contender for that IBF title. Give him his title shot. Because Stanionis is the number 1 contender for the WBA. And what you gonna fight Stanionis? Because you know you could beat him. Come on, what would that look like? People would say that Errol Spence is ducking Terence Crawford. Now, again, we all understand and know that, yes, this is the business. And we don't understand all of the, you know, the inner workings of how things go behind the scenes. It's a lot of stuff that we don't know about. Yes. But at the same time, if it's as easy as making it a 50-50 split, which means he's still going to make more money fighting Terence Crawford than he made fighting any of them other guys in the past. So again, with Tim Smith saying Bud is going to be insulted, I would probably be insulted too. Because if y'all had money for Mario Barrios to fight Keith Thurman on pay-per-view in this fight, no comparison. Way bigger. Way bigger. The biggest fight in boxing. I cannot reiterate that enough. The biggest fight in boxing. And you gonna say, well, because they don't think it's no money. They don't think that, you know, that there's no money for that fight. They don't think the money is really there. What you mean you don't think the money is really there? I already said this once, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it until they make the fight. This is a fight that's already sold. Hasn't been made yet, already sold. So don't tell me that y'all don't think that the money is there. Make the fight. and watch what happens. I know there's no magic with this thing and all that, but I'm telling you, somebody don't want to fight somebody. And y'all can draw y'all conclusions and make whatever insinuations y'all want to make based on that comment I just made. I don't care. But I don't see why is it a problem with making a fight in Vegas? Errol Spence went over to the UK to fight Kell Brook. He went over to the UK to fight Kell Brook. He ain't have a problem with going over there for one belt. His first. Now you got one belt to get. One belt to make you undisputed. And you fight should be in Vegas. That's a Vegas fight. MGM Grand all day. That's a Vegas fight. And everybody, it should be, But like I said before, proof is in the pudding. Terence Crawford made $6+ million fighting Sean Porter. Errol Spence barely made $2 million. Well, he made a little over $2 million, I think. Either 1.5 or 2.5 fighting Ugas. So, come on now. And again, you put those two names on the marquee. Come on, fireworks. The world is waiting for this fight. That's why I said too in the last video, it should be an international production. Let them fight over there in the UK in Wembley Stadium, hold 90,000 people. I promise you people getting on birds to go over there for that fight. This fight is already sold. I can't keep saying that enough. And yes, I say Bud should get a 50-50 split. And yes, his accomplishments has everything to do with him being able to get a 50-50 split. Because had he not accomplished those things, had he never won a title or nothing, and they were talking about him fighting, all of y'all would be saying, man, Bud, he ain't got no belts, he ain't got nothing, man. What he accomplished? He need to just shut up, man, and take that 60-40. He need to shut up and take it. Or that 70-30. Yes, y'all would be saying that. And those of y'all saying y'all wouldn't, y'all liars. Stop saying it, because y'all know y'all would. Y'all know y'all would. He deserves a 50-50 split. And somebody else said, nobody's not discrediting his accomplishments. Yes, y'all are. When y'all saying he should take a 70-30, 60-40, or whatever. I even said, okay, 45-55. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, I didn't really even agree with that, but I was like, all right, I could, see that. But 50-50. So I don't even know how much they even asking for, but I said, 10 million, 15 million a piece, good. They deserve it. They both deserve it. So don't, you know what I mean? Like, listen, y'all can miss me with all that bullshit talking about, his accomplishments don't have nothing to do with it. It's about what? What is about what? Crawford, Errol Spence was with a better promoter. Fact. Okay, Al Heyman has been promoting concerts before he started promoting fights. Fact. Bob Arum used to be an attorney, used to work for one of the biggest law firms in New York. Fact. Bob Arum don't give two squirts of piss about promoting black fighters. Fact. He don't. Like I said before, I don't know nobody who wanted to keep somebody that they was losing money on and who they could have built a house in Beverly Hills with the money they lost on them. And if you was losing so much money on him, why y'all want to re-sign him? Why? Because Terence Crawford had to grind, man. He made himself a household name by getting in that ring and putting on those good performances. He made himself a household name. And I'm not saying that Spence didn't, but Spence was in a better position to do it a lot faster and to get more accomplishments a lot faster. And he was able to accomplish a lot, but Bud did it over a gradual period of time Basically, you know what I mean, with no help from his promoter. We know Bob Arum kept lying to him every time he beat somebody. Yeah, you're going to get the Pacquiao fight. Yeah, you're going to get the Pacquiao fight. Yeah, you're going to get the Pacquiao fight. Never had no intentions on giving him that fight or any other big fights. That's why Bud left. And then Bud said, well, okay, if Errol Spence saying Bob Arum is the problem why we can't make the fight, when I leave Bob Arum, let's see what the problem is now. He left Bob Arum. And I heard he's supposed to have a 2-fight deal with PBC. He left Bob Arum. So Spence said Bob Arum was the only thing holding the fight up. What's the problem now? He left Bob Arum. There should be no issue. But like I said, you know, it's a lot that going behind closed doors, you know, that we don't know about. You know what I mean? All we can do is do the best research that we can, those of us who report this boxing stuff, so we can give y'all, you know what I mean, the best, you know what I mean, and the realest and truest facts possible. And everything I said is true. But for those of y'all that support, I appreciate y'all. I didn't mean for this video to go this long. Drop the comments in the comment section below and let me know what y'all think. The disrespect towards Terence Crawford is still continuing. Who's holding up this fight? Why hasn't this fight been made yet? Don't forget to hit that like button, the share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. Till the next time.